That's the goods with the BoxingVoice.com in association with FightHype.com. Here with Andre Dirrell. Obviously, I want to get your opinion on Errol Spence, man. He got the big fight with Manny Pacquiao. He gets an opportunity to kind of take the torch from a legend. All the belts will be on the line.
Right.
What's your thoughts on that matchup, pay-per-view?
Hell of a fight, man. Floyd Mayweather said Emmanuel Augustus was the hardest fight he ever had up until he fought Manny Pacquiao, and he gave Manny Pacquiao that spot as the hardest competition he's ever faced. Do I find that to be true? Absolutely. Pacquiao is just as fast with his feet as he is with his hands. Very explosive with his feet, just as he is with his hands. So Errol is going to have some problems in there, but overall, the youth of Errol, the skill, the power, and just the energy alone, man. I watched him in Sean Porter fight. That was one of my favorite fights of the day, man. Literally, man, it was a banger from 1 to 12. That's going to be a big problem for Manny Pacquiao, man. He had to pull off some kind of upset, dropping Errol to slow him down. And if he can't do that, I believe Errol's going to go in there and he's going to demolish him, man. I mean, I really do. It's going to take some adjusting on Errol's part, but once he gets past that adjustment and he finds his niche, he's going to exploit it and he's going to take advantage.
So I've been going gym to gym, man. The debate is if he beats Errol Spence, can he surpass Mayweather's legacy, or does he not because he lost to Mayweather?
No, I'm not.
Because that would be two different generations. Like that's a second generation of welterweights. It would be Thurman and Errol.
Well, we all know the longevity is there, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't speak for what Mayweather has done throughout his career. He's beaten over 20 world champions. He's undefeated. He does it in remarkable fashion. When it comes to a purebred technician of the game, then you have to speak Mayweather's name. And I'll always give him that much. So, no, he will not surpass Mayweather. I mean, he lost to Mayweather at the end of the day. We're talking about Pacquiao, right? Yeah, he lost to Mayweather at the end of the day. And we all know he's not on Mayweather's level. So, no, he doesn't surpass Mayweather.
And if Errol beats him, where does that put him in the history books?
Definitely on top of the game, man. I mean, he's already a eye catcher. Everybody wants to see Errol. Everybody wants to see Errol. You know, he has the attitude, he has the grit, he has the determination, he has the fight, he has the will. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. He's everything you want in a boxer, in a fighter. You know, he's going to bring the entertainment and he's going to bring the skill. So he's going to be on top of the game, man. Pound for pound, he's going to be ranked the best. No question about it. I mean, just by beating Manny Pacquiao, we have to put him there, you know. But the fight I'm looking forward to is that Crawford and EJ, Errol Spence.
You transitioned into it. Obviously, the new Mayweather-Pacquiao for me is Spence versus Crawford.
Right.
Do you think we get it? And can you predict the year that it may happen?
Do I think we get it? Yeah. Can I predict the year? Not at all. This is the battle of promoters right now, man. This is the promoters' haven. Boxing is right now, man, and they're really running the sport right now. There's my damn bottle. I was looking for that. But anyway, we got Top Rank and we got PBC. We know we got a situation there that's been preventing that fight. So I don't know when we'll see it, but I do believe we will one day.
Does it feel like Mayweather-Pacquiao for you, the way that it's drawn out and the way that both fan bases want the fight?
Hell yeah. We're talking about two guys. I mean, I'm not sure if anybody else paid attention to this, but they're pretty much the same person. They both have crazy determination. They're both very docile cats. Terrence Crawford he's a little more flamboyant, but when it comes to boxing, he doesn't do much talking. He lets Fitz do the talking. When it comes to EJ, he doesn't do too much talking. He lets Fitz do the talking. They both get in that ring. They show no fear, and they go in there and they get the job done, man. They just both really have that same attitude. So really what it's going to come down to is just who wants it more, and we're going to see one of the most action-packed fights in the game today. Mayweather-Pacquiao was nothing compared to what EJ and Terrence Crawford is going to be if they get a chance to meet in that ring when it comes to action.
You don't think it could turn into a boxing match? Because we've seen Errol in his biggest fights with Mikey, right? Where people thought, oh, Mikey has a better boxer. He wanted to show us I can outbox the boxer.
Yeah.
Will he take that game plan again with Crawford? Because in this Porter fight, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna beat Porter at his own fight, which is, being rough and tough." Can he win a fight versus Crawford if he decides to box Crawford?
First of all, let me say this: I got Crawford.
Wow.
Because I believe in Crawford's boxing ability. He's one of my favorite fighters. When it comes to the mentality, they both have the same mentality. Do I believe Crawford will have to edge it out? Yes. Because of the opposition he's faced, yes. But when it comes to just skill, like I said, just the mindset, it's there for both of them. Who do I believe the better boxer is? Terrence Crawford. At the end of the day, we see how his hands fly. He can fight long and he can bang. You know what I'm saying? But he's very careful when he does so. He's been hurt before, so we know EJ can hurt him. But he's a purebred boxer. I really believe that he can brawl when necessary. Hear me. He can brawl when necessary. That's what I love so much about Terrence Crawford. If EJ wants the victory, he'd have to press Crawford from bell to bell. Period, point blank. I'm not counting him out if he doesn't, but he's been in there with the opposition, man, so he knows what it takes. And he knows that Terrence hasn't been in there with the opposition, so he knows what he has to do to put him up to the test. I mean, it's just simply plain and cut, We have to see it to believe it, but I, for one, believe that Terrence Crawford has all of the tools, and he is the only guy that can beat EJ right now.